Welcome to the family, son. The barely average family. We're sitting here with Jesse, Cuff, and today we are discussing pretty much all things Resident Evil. I guess we'll kick us off with our impressions of Resident Evil 7, which pretty much I think all of us have completed. Some of us multiple times, I believe.
It kind of came out of nowhere for me. I played the demo, and then one day I was on the PlayStation Store, and I was like, pre-order Resident Evil 7, and it comes out tomorrow. I'm like, I got to. He was there, I think.
I was like,
oh,
we started playing the beginning hour demo like a day before it came out.
Yeah, man, we was getting hyped. We was looking up guides for it, all the crazy stuff. But I absolutely love it. I love it. I loved it so much. Everything about it, so good. Atmosphere.
Oh yeah, sounds and everything. Like, you know, I got the sound bar in my room. I feel like that really made the game pop. I'm sure if you have like the good headphones and whatever, it would have really sounded good. But noises bothered me all the time.
God.
Like you're just walking down a hallway and they threw those noises in just to fuck with you.
Absolutely. What part is it at? It's like later on when you're in the Margaret areas. There's just sounds like everywhere, and you're just like, oh god. I know there's no like
the bees.
Yeah,
the bees. Are they bees? I don't know if they're bees.
By the way, spoiler alerts.
Oh yeah,
you should be talking about the story a lot because it's a story game, but it's been at what 3-4 weeks now, so.
January, yeah.
It's getting there. So if you ain't played it, go play it. Then come watch this, and then play it again, and then watch this again. It don't matter.
Or watch some of our other videos, you know.
Yeah.
And how I was feeling about Resident Evil is at the start, it took a little bit for me to get into.
Absolutely.
Kind of went back into form with the moving like you got 3 boulders to your back.
You know, you were the first person to have it, and I remember hearing you talk about like, your goddamn character moves so fucking slow. I'm like, yeah, well.
I was worried I was kind of worried and I was kind of excited because like at the first part, you know, you're searching through the house and you come across Mia and there's no like combat. It's all like sort of cutscene. Yeah, like fighting things. I'm like, damn, is this what the whole game is going to be like? Because if it is, it'd be interesting.
Yeah, they don't introduce like any of the mechanics for like the first 30 minutes.
Yeah, it takes a while to get into. And even like after the family dinner part, you know, and you get like a gun and all that stuff, and it's still combat. Still kind of feels like, I don't want to say scripted, but it's very like unique. Yeah,
that first battle, I didn't know whether I was supposed to be taking damage or not, if there was a way. Because when I went through it on the Madhouse difficulty, you know, you're trying to save every bit of health that you have.
Absolutely.
So like, I didn't know if that scripted part where she's like stabbing the shit out of you, I'm like, is there a way to block all this damage? Because I need health.
Yeah.
No way of knowing.
It blended so well together that, yeah, it's super hard to tell. But after you do get past that and you start... It lets you go in the house. You're kind of like walking around, and that's where the atmosphere comes in, and then you start picking up things, and it starts to feel a little bit like Resident Evil, man. I don't know.
After the Jack fight and the first one in the garage, I was like, oh man, if this is like the garage fight, I wonder if there's gonna be like a pool room fight, like a living. You know what I mean? Because they did so much stuff with the garage fight. Like the cop gets his. You know, that was...
Spoiler. No.
That was great, by the way. Like, the cop's like, what are you doing out here? And then the top half of his head just...
Scoops it off with a shovel.
Yeah, and then you can handle that garage fight in so many ways. I didn't even know you could drive the car.
Yeah, when I did it in Madhouse, I got in the car.
I got in the car, ran him over, and I was like, okay, all right, just saved me like 8 bullets.
Yeah.
Did you notice you could shoot out the tires in the car if he got in it?
No.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
see,
dude.
that is fantastic. And then, like... After that part, you go into like the main hall, and then that's the upstairs and all that stuff, and there's like the lock, you know, the Resident Evil locked doors and keys and everything. And I was like, oh man,
the puzzles.
Yeah, the puzzles.
That was a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah,
the way they handled the puzzles, they were nowhere near as complex as some of the other games. But
aside from the happy birthday puzzle thing, it was like
they
pretty much explained to you how to do each puzzle, like either through the videotapes or like just through notes and stuff laying around.
That's what bit me that one time. I didn't go through the videotape, and you guys were telling me, "Oh, you didn't do the happy birthday thing."
Did you die the first time you did it then?
Yeah, of course.
Right.
I got lit on fire. He threw like a bomb in there, and that's probably what took me the longest out of that whole game. Was I sat in that room just walking around with a candle.
I didn't realize that the barrel had oil in it.
What was the oil for?
It's just to set you on fire, I guess.
Yeah, like the whole point is to avoid using the clown thing, you know, because you got to take the thing out of the barrel. Yeah.
Car's loser on your arm.
So how do we feel about the combat in the game? I think it's 50-50. it's good, but at the same time, it's really
I felt like the shooting was clunky as shit.
it's clunky.
It's supposed to be though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Resident Evil.
Plus, you're just some random Joe Blow. I mean, and it's not like you're Chris Redfield yet.
Spoilers.
So I'm fine with it. The only thing I didn't like was the grenade launcher. It just seems out of place.
It does. Like, don't you get it? You get it super early.
Yeah, I didn't even use it that much. I shouldn't have been in there. I feel like they should have put it in something else. Like
I used it on the
melee weapon or something.
that Jack fight where he really like mutated,
Yeah.
but it didn't really seem to do much to it because you had to hit individual spots on him. So
Yeah, I just used it on the barn fight. Just blew that dude up.
The fat guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the only time I used it too. Honestly, I never touched it. It just took up space.
yeah,
It took up 2 spots and then the.
and you never really got ammo for it. You had like what 4 bullets was I think all I found.
That's another
Make
thing.
them.
They kind of did away with.
No,
the
you
whole,
could make them. Shit.
Yeah, but I mean, when you got chem fluid, let's be honest, you're gonna make either like the
Health kits.
health kits or ammo.
Yeah, I like the enhanced ammo. I don't know if you get the repair kit and repair the handgun.
Yeah.
Yeah, the handgun was really good. Like with the enhanced ammo, it was headshots like pretty much killed them. If not one headshot, 2, they were dead. I don't know about Madhouse because
The Albert pistol with the enhanced ammo, it's a
Yeah.
1-hit headshot. It's great. It's
I don't even think I
You
used
have
that.
the attack coin for that?
yeah, it was still 1-hit headshot. Like on the part with the mines, I had like 10 enhanced ammo. You pick it up somewhere, and even on Madhouse difficulty, I was like able to shoot. But then again, you miss a shot, and you're like, "Ugh."
And the enemies, like I swear, they did this little that
yeah,
thing. Just the head bob was
Ever
enough to
since-
make you miss every fucking shot.
Ever since Resident Evil 4, I feel like that's the thing. All the enemies are always like doing things like this, or
Yeah.
you hit them in the head once, and then they just start like doing the Macarena or something.
Once you hit them in the head, that's when they just haul ass at you.
Yeah, that was the worst part. Those 4-legged things on Madhouse, you shoot.
Oh,
them.
dude, that actually scared me. When I started up Madhouse, the first time you run into those, it was
Oh,
like
it was forever into the game, and then like on Madhouse, there's one right away.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
because they mix up the items, which I thought was weird. Like in the car fight in Madhouse, they had the car keys in a locked box,
Yeah.
and that didn't really make sense to me.
I was
Just make it harder.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it wasn't really. You just circle around one extra time. Oh, it's locked. Yeah, there's got to be a lock pick in here somewhere, and then you find it. Or was it a screwdriver? What was it?
That was lockpick.
Okay.
Yeah. The antique coins are also in different places. I don't know if you guys.
And there's like 20 more of them.
Yeah, I was going through. I was looking up a guide to find all the coins and
dedication.
Mr. Everywhere things. But I was on
Yeah.
Madhouse, and the antique coins are in different places, so that got thrown out the window.
Would you go over the plat?
Maybe
Maybe.
there's some silly trophies like beat the game under 4 hours. There's one.
Wow.
Check.
There's one where.
Oh, did you get that?
Yeah.
Wow.
The worst one is there's a trophy where you can only open your storage box.
Oh yeah, I seen that
like
one.
3 times, and like 2 of those times are scripted parts
Yeah.
where you have to do it. You have to throw them all in before the puzzle, and then you get them all back after the puzzle. you know?
So
And you get
do those
one
count?
other time.
So you get one time.
So do those
it's
count?
it's either Mia or like at the very beginning. That's it.
Yep,
That is rough.
that is very rough. So basically, you got to go the whole game without even touching the box,
Yeah.
which is terrible because the videotapes you can't get rid of. Yeah, I did my research.
Wow.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're just like literally stuck with things that aren't gonna help you and just take up space.
So you basically.
But that was kind of like reminiscent of the older games. Like once you beat them, I think it's 1 or 2. Once you beat it, you have like an option to. It's like a difficulty where none of the boxes are linked. So you gotta like run back through and pick your stuff up from that box, I guess, or just if you want to go get shit, go back to the box at the very beginning, and that just sounds rough.
Wasn't that how Zero was?
No, Zero didn't have boxes.
Yeah.
You just had to drop shit and go find. Yeah. I'd put shit down. I didn't know where the hell it was. That's probably why I never finished that game. Yeah.
All my stuff in this one cart here.
Come back to it. You know what I did like about the Madhouse thing was the cassette tape saving. Even though it was like,
There was an abundant of.
I mean,
cassettes.
they are abundant, but it's cool. It's a little nice little nod.
Until you get to the
ink
boat.
ribbons.
With Mia, because you get like 3 seconds
Oh
of Mia.
yeah,
That was rough.
that boat is probably the worst part because you gotta use like one cassette to save right away. You know, so you,
Or else you want to go through like an hour of
Yeah.
scripted shit again.
and then like so you basically have 2 other ones you use and you just gotta plan them out. But that Jack fight, let's talk about that mutated Jack fight on Madhouse difficulty. Fuck
Never made it that far yet.
Oh god, it's awful, dude. He takes so much damage. There were plenty of times Jesse was in the party with me.
Oh.
I was trying to.
Oh, dude, I was there too. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
God.
cuss words.
Very much anger was being thrown around. He there was so many times I ran out of ammo. Because, you beat him and he crawls under the water and you got to do that little part where you shoot him in the face while he's trying to smack you. I ran out of bullets and it's just like, here we go again. Getting to this part is hard enough, but
What do you got to do? Knife him?
You can't even well, I mean, I guess you could, but...
That just sounds terrible.
Do you even keep the knife?
Yeah, at one point, I kept it for like boxes, but then after boxes started exploding, I was like, I'm going to put the knife away because I'm never going to smack a box again.
Right.
That was so annoying. It was like one part of the game, boxes are not safe for the rest of the game. Just everyone explodes?
Spoiler. Boxes aren't safe. That's one part. How do we feel about the story of the game? How they're doing like a little, instead of like a citywide infection like all the other games have been, it's like a small little family and what they do with it.
I like the way they did it. At first it didn't seem very Resident Evil story-wise, but as you progress and you start picking up files and you kind of read deeper into what is happening, that's when it really starts, because it just seems like crazy people.
Right,
and then there's mold, but then you read that there's like some organization that accidentally like crashed a boat or some shit.
And then you find out it's a girl, it's a test subject, and they did the whole
she's been there the whole time.
The rabbit hole just gets deeper and deeper. And then Umbrella shows up. Spoilers. Umbrella shows up.
The weird umbrella. They had a blue logo.
Blue umbrella. What does that mean? Maybe we'll find out in spring when we get free DLC. That's cool, right? Free DLC?
There's already paid DLC.
Yeah.
Ethan Must Die. It's like a randomized
You
like...
played any of it yet? So you get like a horde mode thing in the basement, and you just fight off enemies. And then you also get like another little puzzle thing called Bedroom, which is it's like a videotape thing. And it's basically like a happy birthday puzzle thing where you gotta like escape.
Was it an actual puzzle, not like look at the shitty...
It's an actual puzzle. I like the way they did it because you have to Margaret comes back and checks on you periodically while you're in the bedroom, and you have to go around and mess with stuff to get clues. And if she comes back and something's out of place, she's like, something's not right here. I'm gonna kill you.
Instant death.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It's like how long it take you? Probably at least 30 minutes.
Yeah, probably 30
And there's
minutes.
3 rooms.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of puzzle going on.
It's the
How much is that DLC? $10?
$10.
That's not
It ain't
bad.
bad at all because you get 2 new game modes, and so that's pretty cool. They all have their own trophies too. If you guys are a fan of trophies,
I am,
there's 6 of
for
them.
the most part. It takes a lot of ambition.
Trophies.
I only like getting trophies, plat trophies on games I really like. I recently got my plat trophy on Final Fantasy 15. First plat trophy.
First?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I was so excited.
Yeah, but see, you were an Xboxer before you moved over to, so you probably had a couple of, what was it?
1K.
Yeah, 1,000.
A 1K. So many. Oh man, Oblivion.
Is that what they called it? 1K?
That's what I call it.
Oh.
Full completion, FC it, whatever. But I had a couple. Oblivion.
Oh
Just
wow, that seemed rough. Was that DLC and all, or just?
No, just standard Oblivion. It's not bad actually. It's basically just do all the guilds, level up to a certain level.
Too.
There was some other ones. I don't know.
I'm sure there was a lot.
I can't think right now.
4 years, 5 years.
Yeah, so many games. Why did we switch to PS4 again?
Cause yay Sony.
I feel like everyone just switched over friends. So you have to follow the friends, right?
Oh, yeah.
I feel like at some point we just started hating Xbox for some reason. Microsoft.
I was the first to leave the ship. We're going off on a tangent here, but I had 2 Xboxes, Red Ring on me, and my PS3 still runs from when that happened. So
Damn.
yeah,
I had
it's louder than a bitch though, but it still runs.
I had one Red Ring on me. This was before I had a job and could get money. So.
Oh yeah, when you're a kid, it's terrible.
Yeah,
it's the end of the world.
Yeah,
I'll never. I gotta wait 6 months for Christmas.
Yeah, it's either Christmas or birthday, and that's when. So I had my Xbox Red Ring on me, and that's when the whole Microsoft 1-800 for my Xbox. Do you remember dialing that?
Yeah, and then
I'm
Max. Yeah, the automated Microsoft guy.
So it took me 3 weeks to get my other Xbox in, and then once I did get a job and start working, I went up to the Elite.
Ooh,
yeah.
Expanded storage.
So it went from 20 gigabytes to 100, 120, something like that.
And that was respectable then.
Yeah, now.
Yeah, it was 120.
What do we got on our
My
PS4?
phone has 120. No.
We have a 250 gigabyte hard drive on our PS4s.
No,
What?
500.
Is it?
Yep. It's actually with system data, it's 420, 430.
It don't seem like it at all.
Yeah. Well, that's because games are 60 gigs a piece now.
Yeah.
Because everything's 1080.
Not if you're on the Switch.
refer to video 1.
But anyway, we're digressing.
Yeah.
Resident Evil 7, good game. I like it. I'm gonna give it a
Oh,
8.5 out of 10.
we're rating it?
That's just my spontaneous rating. I feel like there was a couple. It was made. Did you know it was made for VR, Jesse? Like primarily was like VR support.
I can see that. Yeah.
The whole first-person aspect.
Yeah, like I feel like they sacrificed some graphics to make it VR compatible, but other than that, I don't really have.
You want to talk about the first 5 minutes of the
Free
game?
games in VR sounds so good.
I don't think I can play it in VR.
I'd love to play it in VR, but I know where everything is at now, so it'd be kind of lackluster. But
Yeah, but like imagine, headset on, the first part where you're going down the
Still be
steps.
scared.
Yeah,
All
where
right.
Maya comes up, whatever the fuck her name is, and she just starts stabbing you, and that's like in your face. So
Oh, yeah.
that'd be something.
dude, actually, on my second playthrough, there was a part that got me that I totally forgot about. You know, when you're on the boat and you're looking through the cameras and you see Ethan all molded up against the thing. Right after you get off the camera, what's her name, Evelyn, just pops out of nowhere and grabs you by the arm. And I forgot about all that, and I was like, almost did a flip in my chair backwards. That was pretty crazy. Imagine that in VR. I had a heart attack.
Well, you'd have cables and you'd break something. Actually.
that part on Madhouse where you come back there the second time and the crawler comes up,
What part?
where you look through the cameras,
in the
and all you have
Oh,
are
yeah.
bombs. That's all you have.
They give you an abundance of bombs. What are those bombs
on
for?
Madhouse.
not on that. You gotta.
You got 3, no handgun, no knife. You got 3 bombs. And you better haul ass.
Just run through everything. Don't kill it.
You're basically weaponless until you get the machine gun, and even then, it takes like a whole clip to kill a regular enemy. It's just rough. The boat is just like a run around part. I feel like at the last part where you like go down to get to Ethan, I just ran past everything
Yeah.
and was like just praying.
Very old Resident Evil style.
Yeah, absolutely.
Run, just
Absolutely.
go.
Just get out.
I
Just get
can't
away
kill
from
these zombies. They're gonna come back and be even stronger. And no.
You gotta do some good lines, as they call
That
it.
would have been good. They would have had like crimson heads. You kill it and you come back by and they're just twice as strong and fast and
He
just.
did the molded enough as it was.
Yeah, I know.
So was your character infected? He had to be, right? Like just throwing that out there.
I still, even if he is, he's got to be cured at this point because Umbrella shows up. They got cure stuff. And
Yeah,
all
they-
that and whatnot.
sure.
But like,
Plus, he never
when you cured Zoe, right? She died immediately.
Right.
So, like, there was a document that explained,
Well-
like, if you're infected for so long, there's no,
I think
you can't be
she died.
cured.
She died because Evelyn killed her, right? On the when you're like,
Yeah.
I thought when you injected her, she just like molded up. I thought that was
Oh, is
why. That's what I thought.
I'm not sure.
I mean, she was screaming about Evelyn doing it though when it happened.
Ah, fuck. Well, I guess so.
Well, I guess DLC might explain it.
Yeah, and then whatever happened to, what's the...
Lucas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened to him?
You find some notes later on. He was the
Oh,
one,
he's
like-
DLC for sure.
Yeah, he's got to be. I feel like him and Chris are going to be button heads in the DLC because like when you get to the lab part in the mine, there's like some files that are like,
Oh, yeah.
Lucas has been sending us samples and blah blah blah, and I
You
feel
can
like,
guess who he's been talking to.
Yeah,
Literally,
yeah.
that was on the radio.
So when's Wesker going to come back, right? Because Wesker's got to come back because
This is a reboot, technically,
the molded enemies look just like Wesker did when he went ham on the volcano.
Grass, that one, where he was like half helicopter man.
Saturation.
It was Resident Evil. I mean, that Jack fight, that's when you knew.
Oh yeah.
That's when things got
It's
good,
Resident
man.
Evil. There's eyeballs on enemies I gotta shoot. There's Resident Evil.
There's black tentacle things and
Just
orange
squishy
meatballs.
noises.
Oh man, it's fantastic. God damn, Ethan is a strong dude. When you can block a whole like tentacle monster thing and
And all you gotta do is just like,
Well, I feel
I'm
like
just
that's
gonna-
because he's infected.
I don't know.
full circle.
Full circle. Yeah. I mean, it would make sense because right away at the beginning you get your hand cut off and then you're at a dinner.
They just staple it back on like crude staples on your arm.
Did you ever not get your leg cut off by
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you just pour it on there. Yeah. So yeah, that's great.
It has to be.
What's
And now they're taking everybody out of the quarantine area too, because you think what was the kid's name? Lucas.
Look, yeah.
Like if he was infected, like because obviously he got his hand cut off and then he was fine.
Yeah.
And then he ran.
Oh
so
man, he
he's
went crazy. He started clipping his nails off. You remember that? That was gross. Ugh.
so I don't know. It's going out of the quarantine zone now. So now hopefully with DLC or another one. What are we gonna call the next one? Is it gonna be 8? Why is 7? But
No,
it's like
well,
not. It's just Resident Evil, and they kind of.
It's called Resident Evil 7 Biohazard.
It's a reboot, kind of.
I like it. The shift to first person was smart.
Yeah.
Something like
They brought the old stuff back in a new way, made it feel
You
good.
can't call it 1.
yeah. You can call it, give it a different name, like
Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. So
Resident Evil. You can start
that's the closest you could get to 1, right?
You can start throwing letters in Resident Evil Alpha or something. I don't know. I'm interested to see what they do with it though. Do you think they'll keep going with the first person stuff?
They have to.
Yeah.
They have to. The way it works, it works so good.
Engine for the DLC.
I think after 6 they were just like, let's just stop
They,
third person.
did you know that 5 and 6 are the best-selling games in the franchise?
Really?
Yes,
Not
I'm pretty sure.
4?
No.
Seriously? This masterpiece.
5 and 6 sold more than any of the other games.
Wow. Well, I feel like,
Even like across all consoles for
Yeah.
4. Jesus.
Yep.
I know, I can see that for 5. Well, 6 too, because they had co-op, and co-op's big.
Yeah, but 6 wasn't Resident Evil. It was just so actiony.
This is Michael Bay, the zombie movie.
The explosions and helicopters. And like, you were killing so many zombies and ammo was abundant. There was nothing Resident Evil about it other than Leon
You know
was
what
in
you
Did
it.
that in 4 too, though. You
worst-
kill a lot of shit in 4.
Yeah.
That's true, but I don't know. Resident Evil 6 is just like, it's a good game.
Yeah,
but
game.
It's not a good Resident
Right.
Evil game. You know, it's just not there.
It doesn't have any of the
danger-
atmosphere.
Yeah, the danger's not there. You know,
It's not survival horror.
like
It's third person
Yeah.
action.
there can be there's parts in that game where there's like 20 zombies in the streets, and you're just like, oh, it's okay. I got my quick shots and my punch moves and dives.
Yeah, you have kicks and stuff. Yeah, I forget about that.
And then any of the first Resident Evils, like, there's one zombie, oh fuck.
Oh god, let me aim.
What do I do?
Let me aim awkwardly and hope I don't get clipped in between two terrible camera angles.
Oh, they had
Yeah.
dogs too. Oh god, you remember first time you see dogs and you're like, what?
Yeah, they were so hard. They were fast, and I never understood how to shoot them, especially when you look at one when they busted through the window, because like you aim
yeah.
straight up and they're under. So, but I think it registered even if you just shot, which was weird. I always wanted to look down, but
If they were close up and you had to look down, yeah.
That was as complex as the game got. You got middle, low, high, and then you can do the tank controls.
yeah. And then the terrible camera angle. Like I'm running straight, new camera. I'm running backwards. Oh shit! Let me spin a bit.
What? Devil May Cry did it too, though. Did you know that they used the Resident Evil like engine to make Devil May Cry?
Really?
Oh, little tangent there. But yeah, if you go back and play like Devil May Cry 1, you know there's certain parts you run in, and then it does that
Sounds very familiar.
Yeah, and but after that they ditched it, and then they made Devil May Cry 2.
You didn't like 2?
No,
Which one was the one with Nero?
4.
4?
Yeah, where you play as Nero.
Jesus. Okay, never mind.
It's Johnny Young Bosch.
3 was good.
3 was the best.
I don't know. I'm lost in 3 and 4. I feel like 3 and 4 were the same game.
Colby can speedrun 1 and 3. That's pretty cool.
That's a lot of patience,
that's
man.
dedication.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're getting off on tangents again.
Yeah. That's what we do. Barely average.
Let's talk about Resident Evil 4. It's right here in front of me, and I'm looking at it, and I've played it like only a bajillion
Who
times.
doesn't know about that game?
It's fantastic.
Favorite way to play it? Which console?
GameCube.
Wii beats all.
Oh, well, yeah.
The aiming and
Yeah.
the little speaker, the reloading sounds, and just I love that version.
I think I played it on Wii.
I know the
PS2 and
aiming is probably fantastic on the
Yeah. Yeah, actually, it's point and click.
For me, it's a nostalgia thing, like the GameCube. The HD remakes they just don't look good. They just
stretch everything just to fit.
they just HD stretched everything. You can see
Ugh.
like textures tearing, like trying where they've been like, I don't know, but Resident Evil 4
Probably the
Resident
best
Evil
one in the
did
series.
so many things right. It just did so many things right. Quick time events, the merch.
Well, that's when QuickTime events weren't like bled to death. Like every game, sometime around that time, just had QuickTime events.
Nah, I feel like Resident Evil 4 introduced quick time and how to do them right.
I don't know about that. Like God of War. When did God of War come out?
Oh, that's true.
God of War was like literally
Yeah.
the whole game. Here's a boss battle where QuickTime event is how you beat it.
It's kind of, yeah. But see, it's different. It's the same, but it's different. Because in God of War, you just do a quick time event to kill off a boss. You
Yeah.
know, like
Stab him in the eye, rip his eyeball out.
Resident Evil did them in the middle of like cutscenes. So you always had to be like, fuck, a boulder.
No, yeah. I hated
It's
that.
awful, yeah.
Yeah, and then like the crowds would fight, shows up, and a fish. You can do quick time events with the fish. You know, cut the rope
Yeah.
to live. So.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't call that a fish, but yeah.
Oh,
I guess it is a fish.
How many people did y'all troll to shoot the water?
Oh man, I got Kobe to do that. When Kobe first played that game, he was like 7. He was already.
Oh, I bet it terrified him.
He was already scared like of the chainsaw guy because you know you get the
That was
heads.
so scary.
And I was like, oh man, Kobe, shoot that fish in the water because you know they come up and you get to pick up item. He's like, and then just go. It's like, no.
Trolling 10 years ago. No, it's a completely different thing.
Trolling level.
So you guys both think 4 was the best one?
It's up there. I know that's his favorite.
Believe it or not, Jesse, it's my favorite game of all time.
All time?
Yeah, all time. Honestly. I'm just a Leon fanboy, and believe it or not, I think Resident Evil 4 is like the diehard of Resident Evils. It's just actiony. It's like really just blockbustery. Leon is the cheesiest dude ever. He says the cheesiest line. I'm a professional.
Edgy man. Protect the president's daughter. Send him out with a gun and some herbs.
That's right.
A pistol.
And it still had the survival horror aspects.
It did, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
the grid where you did not have enough grid ever.
Up until a certain part, it's survival horror. I feel like once you get to the island part, it's just all shooty.
Yeah.
But all of them have that part in the game. You know what I mean? Like, even in 7, there's once you get on the boat and then get to the mines, it's just just shooting.
The boat part itself didn't seem too scary. It was just a straight shot of running around.
Yeah, it's more survival at that point, which is, well, I guess survival horror. A little bit of action thrown in there.
We doing memes still? Jesus Christ. Any other Resident Evils?
I think.
Has anyone ever played this one? Like,
Which
not
one
to
is that?
Survivor.
Is that the shooter? Is that the shooter one?
I believe so. I think that is the first person one. And unveil the ashtray now.
Oh my god, it totally is. Look at that spider. It's like House of the Dead, but Resident Evil style.
Yeah. Didn't they make like a typing Resident Evil too? Or was that just...
Oh, they made a House of the Dead.
Don't they?
Yeah, they made a typing House of the Dead where you can...
I thought it was a Resident Evil game.
It might.
But yeah, I never played that. I don't know why I own it. It's just... I've had that game forever. Never played it.
Dude, actually, do you guys remember Chase Irby? Quick shout outs to...
Oh god, people we went to school with?
That's who I got Resident Evil 4 from. I bought it from him. Back when I had my GameCube and I was trying to find games, he was like, I got Resident Evil 4. Best decision I ever made. Shout outs to Chase Irby. Same day, he has the same birthday as me. Talk about tangents.
It was meant to be, man.
I guess.
What was it? The Umbrella Corps or something like that? There was like a straight up
So
Resident
terrible.
Evil shooter, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did y'all play that?
Was it a Wii exclusive?
I played.
I think it was a Wii exclusive timed at first. It was Amy, but
It came with a gun. You put the Wiimote in the gun.
was that a
I was
zapper?
thinking about that.
Oh yeah, the zapper.
Because I was thinking about like the 4-player co-op, straight shoot 'em up. It had multiplayer and everything.
I
You don't remember that one?
No.
Umbrella Chronicles?
I thought the name had Umbrella in it.
Yeah. It didn't have 4-player co-op, did it?
The one I'm thinking about.
Yeah. Oh, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about Outbreak.
Outbreak.
Oh god, no.
Yeah, y'all don't think
That was the
that's even
PS2, right?
You don't even include that in the Resident Evil genre.
No, that
No.
wasn't even done by Capcom.
Really?
No, it was.
They just sell off their shit.
That was back. It took place at the same time as RE2, and like the whole like shtick of it was at the end you get to choose whether Leon lives or dies, and then yada yada yada. And it had the worst multiplayer of all time.
When you go back to like PS2 multiplayer, like really was any of them good?
I don't think it was on PS2. I think it was 360 and
Outbreak?
PS3. Yeah, Raccoon City Outbreak.
Raccoon City Outbreak?
It was something like that. Resident Evil.
Which one am I thinking about? There was a PS2 one. It had the shitty online, PS2 online. I don't remember PS2 online ever being good.
I'm pretty sure it was on 360, but it was terrible. So, I can forgive you if you don't forget if you don't.
Yeah,
forget it. So,
maybe it's a good thing I don't remember it. Bring Resident Evil down in my eyes.
You know what really like kind of made me angry about Resident Evil when they went from again 4 to 5.
They just tried to copy it.
But they copied the wrong things. Like, you remember the Attache case from Resident Evil 4? Brilliant way to handle inventory. And then they ditched it for the little 9 blocks thing. You remember that? And like an egg took up the same inventory space as an assault rifle. Like, that was just dumb. And then like, I feel like they just forced the co-op too much down your throat. Had Shiva the whole time.
Yeah, if you didn't have a person actually playing, like she was terrible.
Yeah. Oh god. Did you guys ever play Mercenaries modes at all in any of the
Yeah.
Resident Evils?
Was that in 4?
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, played a little bit.
was
Like
great.
time trial-y stuff.
You
Yeah,
just rack up the most score, and then you get a hand cannon. Broken
for the
Stranger.
Now that's a weapon. I love the merchant. They need to bring him back. DLC.
just randomly bring other Resident Evil characters into the new one. I'll buy it at a high price.
I'm here vacationing in Louisiana. Come here, Chris. Spend your antique coins.
Have some guns.
Yeah. But
He's fantastic.
5, it tried, like, 5's definitely better than 6. Like, 6 was just an action shooter, and it was pretty bland and terrible. Like, base game, fine, I guess. You could probably have fun just shooting shit repetitively, but there was no scare tactics. It was all just action explosions.
Just all straight up action. Even part of, like, you know, I had 3 different stories. You got Leon, Jake, and the Chris part.
Yep.
Leon's was supposed to be the scary campaign, quote unquote.
See, I don't even remember the separate ones, because I think I made it through 1, and that was enough for me.
Well, they all come to the same part. Like, they all start off in their different, but China is like where it happens.
And you all meet up.
Yeah. And that you all have like a different boss fight and everything. And it's just a co-op thing. I feel that's the only reason 5 and 6 sold as many as they did, I think.
Well, it's probably riding the momentum of 4, because everyone talked about 4. 4 was that game. Remember being, I don't know, 6th grade? Friend came to school, the game case in his hand, man, and we were all just passing around, like, looking at it. Whoa!
Oh, it had 2 discs, too. You remember that?
The GameCube version did.
That's cool. However many other GameCube games have 2 discs? None. I don't know, maybe.
It's got to be some.
Probably. You remember when that was a thing? Before Blu-ray discs?
Multiple discs.
Yeah. Yeah, we're all Final Fantasy fans, and the original Resident... No, not the original, the second one. Second one was 2 discs.
Was it? Mm-hmm. You know, Lost Odyssey, if you guys ever played that.
That was a 4-disc 360 game.
That was wild. It didn't need to be, though.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it cutscenes? I feel like it's probably just cutscenes,
It's
right?
probably cutscenes, because, like, you know, coming off of, like, you play Final Fantasy 7, you put, like, 12 hours onto it before you have to switch discs, whatever. Lost Odyssey is, like, you put, like, 5 or 6 in there.
Really?
Yeah. It's not...
I remember being so hyped for that game, but I never played it.
It was like
it
was swept under the rug. There wasn't hype around like
the commercial for it was Jefferson Airplane's White Rabbit, and like it made me so hype, and I wanted to play it, but just never happened. I think my 360 broke, and that was the end of that.
I still have that trailer on my 360.
Really?
Yeah, I don't even remember.
The White Knight's talking backwards.
And it's all sing. Oh, it's so simple.
Yeah.
But they don't show any gameplay in the trailer, which is smart because it's a turn-based thing. But I like the way they did it.
Oh yeah, that'd look good on TV, right? Turn-based.
Man, yeah, we are like really good at going off on tangents. Yeah. Lost Odyssey was a good game though.
I mean, we do talk about games. Like, I think as long as we stay in the games realm, we're okay.
We're 30 minutes in. We talked about Resident Evil. What else? What have you guys been playing recently? You've been playing that new Tales game. What's that called?
Tales of Berseria.
Yeah, how was that?
How do you keep up with the names? There's like 30 games, and they're all just like Tales of crazy word here. Vesperia, Berseria.
Really?
I've only played Vesperia. That was my...
It was so good.
Oh, God.
Got the 360 one?
Yeah, that was my favorite.
I borrowed that from somebody. Played a little bit of it.
Shame.
I think I've still got Jake's copy, actually.
That's probably the one I had.
I set out on a mission to get all 1,000 gamer score in Tales of Vesperia.
Drop that real quick.
Yeah, that didn't last long. That's ridiculous. You got to get every dialogue, every cutscene, every recipe, every like 5-star recipe with every character.
Oh, God.
You gotta beat the game like 4 times.
Mm-hmm. You have to...
Why would they do that to people?
Well, I mean, it's a single-player game, so they gotta flesh it out somehow, I guess, for people who want to go back and play it. You can do some silly stuff in that game, though. But Yuri and Rapide and all them, like, they just have the best characters. How do characters in Tales of Berseria? What is it?
Berseria? There's one character named Magilu.
Do we need to say spoiler alert?
No.
Okay.
But she's amazing. She's like the most witty tongue of knives. Just amazing.
Is she
dialogue.
Is she the protagonist?
No. She's just like she's kind of like the joke character.
Mm-hmm.
But the story for Berseria is completely flipped over, and now you're the bad guy.
Ooh.
And
what's that like?
The first thing you do is like break out of prison and burn a town down.
Wow.
That is great.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, that sounds good.
How much time have you put into it?
I'm like 30 hours in.
And you're still the bad guy?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
See, I never really played the Tales, so I'm lost.
What's the... Oh, well, it's always
Is it? I know that, but is it like a new story every time, or are you following?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's always like a different universe, different...
See, because that, just like Final Fantasy, I think that turns people away, especially when you release your game on like 30 different consoles.
How's the gameplay and what's the combat and everything work like? Is it still like the arena, like...
Yeah, it's always that. They always make little tweaks to it though. It's different, but I enjoy it. They added a new. This is like you just have buttons.
Uh-huh.
Do things with buttons now. Instead of like making combos, you just have this one button's a combo, this button's a combo, this button's a combo. I can extend it with this button.
So they don't have like skills or anything that you can equip?
Yeah, but there's not making your combos like that anymore.
I got you. So if you're the bad guy in the game, who's like the person you're...
Who's the good guy trying to stop you?
He's like the protector of the realm, kinda.
Oh man, do you hope that you're gonna stay as the bad guy?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I'd like that too.
Like, I want the ending to be like, you just like cause the most chaos everywhere, everyone's dying, you're just like, alright, got my revenge though, fucking killed this guy, who cares?
Oh,
Done.
That would be so cool. Why don't more games do that? Why don't more games make you the bad guy? That's unique.
I'm trying to think. There's got to be another game besides that.
Yeah, I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but
Like
we need to see more of it.
Castlevania, Lords of whatever.
Oh, yeah.
That was Dracula, I guess. I don't guess that counts.
That's true. What you been playing lately?
Picked up Neo, which came out, what, 2 days ago? A day ago? It's not been long. Not too far into it. Doesn't seem, everyone loves to compare to Dark Souls. I mean, the leveling system, you know, obviously, it seems to me pulled straight from it, every bit of it. But it doesn't seem as hard so far. Like, first boss took me a couple tries. I think you're playing it, didn't take you as long.
Yeah,
but you are an experienced Souls player.
I stocked up on elixirs, and I got lucky. All the items that you pick up along the way, you know, you sell them. And you sell enough of them.
Make offers.
Yeah. I'm sorry, you make offers.
Yeah.
My bad. And, like, I knew that was going to be the boss fight because of the ship and everything.
Spoilers.
Spoiler alert.
Gotten there yet?
That's the name of this episode, right?
Just
Spoilers.
Barely average 3 spoilers, and some Resident Evil stuff. I like it so far too. I don't think it's fair to compare it to Dark Souls. I mean, I can see where people are coming from comparing it there, but you got to remember that like Team Ninja made Ninja Gaiden way back in the day, and I feel like it's just a slowed down version of Ninja Gaiden, whereas Dark Souls is a super slowed down version of like Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah.
If you want to go that far, but I don't know. Dark Souls just was hype as hell, and you know, you release something like Neo,
Maybe
which
closer to Bloodborne anyways. More actiony.
Yeah.
Neo, yeah.
Because what do you call that? Like sword and shield slashing? I don't know. They have like a term where it's like all of Dark Souls, you're like holding a shield like most of the time, blocking and rolling. But like Bloodborne, you're getting in there, you're attacking, you're trying to get your health back. If you lose it, you're trying to swing as much as possible. Mm-hmm. Neo's kind of like that because the way the stamina works, you tap that R1 button in the middle of just combat, and you can reclaim just like a little bit of stamina, just enough to kind of roll out.
And on top of that, you can change your stances too. You know.
Still haven't understood that at all though.
It's I really don't either, because the whole time I've been playing the game, I've just been doing low stance because I like dodging.
Yeah.
It's like low stance is all about dodgy defensive stuff. Middle stance is like a mix of both, and then high stance is like
you're slower but like heavier damage. But the funny thing is, me and him made the same loadout and didn't even know.
Which is weird, considering there's like so many possibilities. You got to pick from one of 3 spirit animals, and then you got to like pick 2 of like 7 different weapons, and somehow we just managed to.
You got the bird too.
Yep.
I got the bird, and
it matched with what our playstyle was, because when you read the description of the dual katanas or dual swords, whatever they are, it's like you're like don't do as much damage, but you're like more evasive and stuff. So like it made sense to pick the bird because you're going to be evading more because you're not doing a lot of damage. So you got to get in, get out, get in, get out. Mm-hmm. So.
Also, I picked the Kasurigama, the Siphon.
Do you ever use it?
It looks cool, and that's all I used in Ninja Gaiden 2. That was my favorite weapon because it's just like super flashy. But in Neo, it's like just.
Yeah, he uses the weight. Like you have a scythe on a chain and you sling weights.
It's slowed down, because it's like Dark Souls. Damn it!
God, you really hate that, don't you?
I was trying to avoid saying it, but no, I love Dark Souls. If the worst thing about your game is that people are comparing you to Dark Souls,
that's good.
That's a good complaint to have. I feel like
But see, you've platinumed, you've 100%ed like Dark Souls 1, didn't you, or 2?
Right.
Yeah.
Both of them?
1 and 2. I got all the achievements back in the day on the 360.
Oh, achievements.
Yeah. And then I didn't do the DLC though. The Dark Souls 2 had like so much DLC. It had hella DLC.
It was so bad. I thought it was bad.
They were short but sweet.
What, the game itself or the DLC?
The DLC.
Oh.
Did you guys play the Dark Souls 3 DLC at all?
Yeah.
I didn't like it.
Ashes of
the painting, whatever thing.
Yeah.
It was. I feel like we got robbed.
I like the
Rob, how much was it? It was only like $10, right?
Yeah, but you only get
15.
You only get one boss, and then there's a side boss. like the champion. Spoilers.
I thought that was the boss. Come on.
Which guy?
The wolf thing.
Oh yeah.
Sir Wolfington.
Yeah, I mean, but
Tell me that was his name.
he didn't
Sir Wolfington.
He didn't have like a boss health bar, But I don't know. I did like the way they did the boss fight though, because you had to fight the same boss like 3 times. Ooh, that was crazy. You kill her, and then her dad gets pissed, and you fight her and her dad, and you kill both of them, and then she comes back.
Combines.
Oh god, it's crazy.
Yeah, when you get to the third form, the first time you're like, really?
You're like,
I've got like negative 50 Estus.
Yeah, I've got 2 Estus left, and they want me to do another one, and it's like another one. But then you beat it, and that's it. There's they added a couple new weapons and items and whatnot. The best thing about it, they added the arena matchmaking, like dedicated matchmaking, like fighting, which is cool if you're into that. I've never.
Is this 3?
Yeah, Dark Souls.
Yeah.
With the,
that made me want to get back into it because I remember all of us actually. We were pretty heavy into PvP.
It's
I think it was mainly me and you.
I remember cuffing there sometimes.
I was in there sometimes. It's fun. I just don't like. I'm not good at it. I'm a PvEer.
Yeah. But it was just so satisfying.
Oh yeah, that's the best part about the PvP when you do it. When you beat someone, you're like, yeah. Makes you feel like a rapper.
Except the network connections, oh my god, it would make some of the fights just the worst thing in the world. They're just here, they're there, clipping through, and then you're dead, and they're not even on the screen. Like, what the fuck is happening?
That's the best part about multiplayer in Dark Souls, because compared to something like Overwatch, you get a kill. It's like, okay, that's one less person on the team. Dark Souls, you kill someone. Yes, taunt. Yeah. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I'm saying?
Hello.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's so much salt. God, it's so much salt in there.
When you spend 70 hours developing your character and you get online and someone with a fucking...
comes up to you and parries you and kills you in one hit. Yeah.
Poker.
Yeah.
And someone beats you with a shield.
Average S-Stock using just...
Yeah.
It's great. It's not great. Not the S-Stock users, but the PvP, the way they did it. It's fantastic. What do you think they're going to do for them? What do you think From Software's going to do next? Because Dark Souls 3 was the last one. Bloodborne 2?
I hope...
What else do they do?
I hope a Bloodborne 2 happens.
Tenchu.
Oh, wow. Was that 10 years ago?
They didn't release Tenchu. Tenchu Z, I think, was the last game. Maybe.
I wouldn't mind an updated Tenchu.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool.
Is that the stealthy game we were talking about the other day? Yeah.
With Dark Souls graphics, Tenchu Z? Or, Tenchu. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
But, Bloodborne 2 from Software.
From Software.
Yeah.
Thomas.
Yeah. But I really enjoyed Bloodborne. It was actually my first Souls game. I'd never,
Souls game.
Souls-esque, whatever. But never really found the difficulty appealing. I'm a big RPG fan, but I just didn't really get into it. And then just the aesthetics, just the look of everything about Bloodborne was like, wow, that looks really cool. I'm gonna just try it. Drop $60. Took me a week to get to the first boss. Literally, I had to learn from scratch. You gotta be vigilant. You can't just run in there. There's 2 enemies is a lot. You don't want to deal with it. You gotta get out of there.
Yeah.
So
it took me a while to coming from Dark Souls 1 and 2 to change styles from sword and shield, wait for them to attack, then attack, and Bloodborne's you just go nuts. Just go run in there, shoot, do damage. Oh, you about to die? Just pop a blood thing.
Yeah. It's so quick compared to the...
Yeah. Ooh, I got some...
yeah.
Now let me put it away. I can't move when I'm doing this because that would just be too much work. But in Bloodborne, you can dodge, you can just move around.
Neo kind of does that a little bit. You have to sit still to pop your...
Oh yeah, when you do an elixir,
elixirs, and there's a couple different healing items.
Stamina in that game is brutal, dude.
Yeah, you literally sit still. You you have to get hit or wait I don't know, a good second or 2.
Mm-hmm.
I like that when you get hit, it kind of gives you a little stamina to do something. But yeah, once you run out of stamina, you're fucked.
They made stamina management a thing in that game because in Dark Souls, you run out of stamina, that's fine. You get a little bit back, you just roll back. Get it back, whatever.
Fat rolls.
Yeah, fat rolls. Neo, you run out of stamina, your dude is oh man. Ooh, it's a good thing there's only 3 of these guys. Oh god. But yeah, so you gotta manage that all the time and press your R1s to get your... It's not stamina, by the way, it's ki.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Do you notice when you successfully pull off the little R1 thing that it'll destroy the yokai realms? That was cool. Didn't notice that. Till right before I came over here. So it took me a while to get here. I was actually getting killed over and over and over again. And that's what saved me. I was like, you know what? Because I had 3 of them and I've done my thing and it just got rid of the little thing. So my stamina started going back up. Sorry. But yeah, cool little mechanics like Dark Souls, but they added so much more. So it's really good.
I feel like it's lacking in weapons. you know what I mean?
No.
Have you used all the weapons?
I mean, but like, there's only, 6 weapon types? You got sword, dual swords, axe, spear.
But they drop like so many. I know they're the same weapons, but they have different stats, which gets on my goddamn
I still
nerves.
feel like I'm not done mastering the one weapon I'm using, just the normal sword. Like, I still feel like I suck with it.
Yeah, but all I'm saying is, like, I have to go back to Dark Souls, but...
It just tears you apart every time.
But in Dark Souls, you got, like, boss weapons, each unique move sets and everything, so... But
we got skill trees. We got, like,
that's true.
jutsu. We have magic.
Ninja weapons. I don't even know how to use shurikens yet, but I'm gonna be so hyped. Wow,
they're not that great.
That bow is great though, isn't it?
Yeah. You have different ammo too.
Yeah. You get a
bow
headshot.
solved my one problem that I had.
I bet it did. Did it just take their heads clean off in one hit?
There's that area where there's a guy just sitting down like with a body, and you go up to him and 3 more guys.
Did you go the other way?
I didn't find it.
Oh, that was the way I was.
Hey, spoilers.
Name of the episode, please. I thought you were going up. There's one way you can go straight in, and there's 3 enemies like right at the door. That's the way I thought you were going in. So you did go the back way. So I don't know, because that's the way I had to go. I kept running in the front way. There's 3 of them. Immediately seen you, started attacking. I'm like, fuck that, and I went and did some other shit. Ended up coming around, seeing the guy staring at the dead body, took care of him, went around, and just systematically 1, 2,
if I hit
3.
that guy, they're just like, go get him.
That burning, that little village you get to where the locked door is, that was rough the first time. Because the way I got to it was like from the hill, you drop back behind, and as soon as you turn that wall, they like alert everyone like Metal Gear Solid 2. Like, yeah, like, and then like you had 4 guys on you. Yeah. Dang, I was about to say something. What was I about to say? I forgot. Something about Neo. You guys,
bow, maybe?
You guys talk. No, the bow's great. Love the bow.
Did you get the gun?
Oh, I remember now. We have DLC armor.
Oh yeah, I was talking to him about this.
So, where you're at in the game, have you noticed an increase in difficulty? Is the armor still good? Is it starting to wear off?
I feel like it's just now starting to wear off. I think I just picked up something that looks, stat-wise, it's better, but still where I have a set, and I have a set bonus. Yeah, I have like 4 pieces of armor on, which gives me like 50 life and Kai reduction and just all this shit. So until I find something like that, I'm just going to keep, it's literally Neo armor. It's called the Neo set.
Oh,
so,
the black
yeah.
armor stuff? Yeah.
You got something different, didn't you?
I got that. I got the Neo armor, and then I got like a red samurai outfit. That's what I've been using because it's like lightweight, weight reduction, whatever. But
whole time, we got a theme.
The whole time I played through that first like chapter or whatever you call it on the island, I only found 1 piece of armor that was better than like what I had on, and I hate to like break a game because I paid to break a game.
Yeah.
But so I'm hoping that like in the later chapters I'll get some different stuff, maybe upgrade a bit. You know what I'm saying?
And you didn't have any problems with that first boss.
I just had a lot of elixir.
So second boss shouldn't be any problem because.
That's probably why the boss gave you so much trouble. You said the thing about the restoring your ki and the little yokai circles. Mm-hmm. That boss drops hella yokai.
Yeah, circles. Like the whole like boat area. Spoilers, Jesse. Sorry, but.
When you get to the boat,
you see the boat from where you're at. I'm pretty sure.
Sorry, Jesse.
Okay.
It's about time to wrap up. Any last things you guys want to?
No. I think we successfully completed another.
We talked about a bunch of games today.
Went off on tangents.
Ethan.
Ethan. Yeah, boy.
I'll kill you and that bitch me. God, I must have tried that fight. It took me 2 days.
The Madhouse?
Yeah. It was rough.
Talking about salt, that was you. God.
Oh man, I had to put it down, dude. At certain points, like.
I heard Mike ruffling.
I smacked my chair a couple times. I think I punched a wall.
Oh God.
Yeah, I ain't got that mad at something in a while. Like since Dark Souls, maybe.
I feel like I can't get mad at Dark Souls because that's what it's there to do, is to make you mad. But before I got over here, I was in that angry mode, just like, God damn it, and I was running, and I know that's a bad thing to do. Like, I was ignoring enemies, and then they would pile up at me when I got to the point, and I was just salt everywhere. Just, God damn it, just fucking die. All I have to do is kill this one thing, and it'll be done. But no, there's 30 things following me. I actually had an enemy catch my sword on fire for me. That was wild. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I smacked him, and he was...
There's a lot of items in Neo. I forgot.
Too many.
There's way too many. Like
different variants of everything.
They offer everything.
Yeah, they just throw so many at you. Like You got the pots, you got salt, you got holy water, you got all.
If I have a mask that lets you do a flamethrower, like I tried to use it one time. You sit still for like 5 seconds and it's terrible.
It's unnecessary.
Yeah, you blow fire in like a little cone in front of you.
It's unnecessary. It's like, why use an item when you can just... I do this because I use the Kasuri one. You know, and kill them in one little hit. But that's a DLC weapon, so that's probably why. I don't know. I'm liking it. I'm looking forward to playing some more. Oh, we got a little bit of time. I've been playing Borderlands, the pre-sequel. You guys play that?
Oh, good lord.
Oh, I love it. It's fun. New characters, new stuff. I ain't never played it.
Oh, I thought, haven't you guys been playing like some Borderlands game together?
Yeah.
Is this
we
the
got
same one?
It's Borderlands 2.
Yeah, they did a sale with the Borderlands 2 and Borderlands pre-sequel, all DLC for $20. Not a bad deal at all.
Yeah.
Great deal. And me and Jesse and Graham started to play through a Borderlands 2. And then Graham was like, hey, you want to start a pre-sequel? And I was like, okay, yeah. I wasn't really too hyped about it because I didn't play it back in the day, but it's good, actually. I like it.
It's got the comedic elements to it.
Mhm.
That's what Borderlands had, right? I played the first one way back in the day, and it was funny. It always had its little quirky one-liners. And
That's its shtick. There's a story in there somewhere, but it's mainly just jokes and laughs and, guns.
Crazy guns. Yeah.
Yep. And then making you feel like a badass whenever you pop your skill and you just...
Yeah, I remember you guys were talking on the comms the other day, just like, I have like a grenade that's a teleporter explodey 18.
Dude, that grenade was wild. I've never seen a grenade with so many... Usually it's just one thing, but we found like a teleporty, bouncing Betty sticky grenade or something. It was crazy, dude.
It was wild.
Jesse threw it and like teleported halfway across the map and it was going shooting bullets. I was like, God, that's a blue item. That ain't even legendary and nothing. What the crap? I don't know. Borderlands moments.
Yeah.
They were enjoying me because I had a grenade that when you throw it, it exploded into like 400 other grenades that all exploded into more grenades, and I just threw like 7 of them.
You got the luckiest boss.
Now, was this on PS3? I can't imagine PS3 holding that too well.
Probably not.
Was this Borderlands 2?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure Borderlands 2 was on Vita.
Really?
Yeah. I was going to get it on it, but then I read it, but just ran terrible.
The graphics look exactly the same on PS4. I don't really see much update.
Has to be frames, right?
Probably.
Smoother frames, 60 or...
The pre-sequel looks better than Borderlands 2, but then again, it came after Borderlands 2 too. So
Yeah.
you
Did
know.
you play any of the Telltale Borderlands games?
No, I hate those games.
I do too.
Let's not talk about those.
Really?
What was it? No, that game. It wasn't game of the year. It wasn't even a
What?
game. It's not a game.
It's just like a narrative,
It's just a talking simulator, and you get to pick who dies, and that's it.
Spoilers.
Yeah, if you ain't played The Walking Dead, it's been out, what, 5 years, something like that?
Yeah, I tried it. Terrible. In my opinion. Some people love it. There's like so many iterations now. There's like a Batman one. There's a Borderlands one.
Game of Thrones.
There's a Minecraft one. You guys play that? I
Oh
love
my
that.
god, they're gonna milk that. And I've heard that like they haven't even fixed the engine. Like it's still like bogging and just doing random shit, just like not playing right. And that's not a graphic intensive game by all means. And so I don't understand why they don't just fix your shit. But if people buy it, why fix it, right? I'm gonna sell 1 million copies day one. I ain't gonna fix my shit.
Plus, they do the episodic thing. That's a good way to rake in, money.
I hate that.
Yeah.
We're getting that
do that with
Final Fantasy VII. Yeah, that'll be great, right?
I don't know, man. Money's
Better
the worst thing to happen to games. It's like E.T. on the Atari. I don't know.
Is that it?
Any games you're looking forward to?
Oh, Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh, that.
Right? What do we got? Like 2 weeks for that? That'll be good.
That's gonna be a podcast episode, probably.
Yeah.
For sure.
When I got Neo at GameStop the other day, they were just trying to ram games down my throat.
Oh, that's what GameStop does best,
Yeah,
dude.
they were like, "You want to go ahead and pick up your copy or pre-order your copy of?" I'm like, "No, dude, I'm not like made of money. I don't want to just like shell out $200 while I'm here just
I want to buy
pre-ordering different games."
This is what I want to buy. You want a card? You want a magazine subscription?
Yeah, you want the magazine? Would you like to add coverage for $2 more? Like it's gonna be on a shelf. I'm not gonna like.
Well, I know how to take care of it.
Yeah.
They act like you're just gonna go in your room and be like, how does this? I don't know.
I think I gotta throw it into that slot right there.
When you have kids, man.
Did you hear about them recently getting busted for like lying to customers?
That Circle of Life program.
Yeah.
I watched the whole thing about that.
Where they have to lie to customers to keep up certain sales or something like.
They don't make but like $12 off of brand new titles, like because the developers, the people that made the game, get most of the cash. So when they get a game turned back in, they make full profit on it. So yeah, it makes sense, right?
I mean, yeah, but still, like, line of people being like, oh no, we don't have any new copies, but we've got a pre-owned one.
And like,
Please buy it
what
so we
really
can-
made it a thing is like Watch Dogs had just went on sale, and they were like, the sale was $29.99, and they were like, we don't have any new ones, but we got a pre-owned one. Pre-owned was like $50. So
Oh,
people were like,
wow.
well, I'm not gonna do that, and they're like, well, there's the door.
Jesus.
And that's
do you want
fun.
do you want a Power Up Rewards card?
Go ahead, get some Game Informer magazines.
I haven't been a Power Up Rewards member in like I don't even know how long.
I have the cards.
Stopping. I don't know how long.
Yeah, man, jeez, when's the last time? I know. You remember that Taking Back Sunday concert?
Oh.
That's the last time we went to a GameStop.
Yeah.
I haven't purchased anything from GameStop since
Yeah,
Fire
we got
Emblem.
pizza.
We did get free pizza. Shout out
What?
to no, we can't do a shout out to a GameStop employee.
We're just gonna sit here and talk trash about games. Shout out to GameStop.
Shout out to free pizza though. That's always a good thing.
Is that the Gears night?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember Jake came to work the next day. He didn't like he had sleep at
Yeah.
all. He didn't sleep at all.
I didn't sleep that night either. We was up to like
He's like, taking back Sunday, pizza, Gears, work. I'm like, whoa, calm
For
down.
me, it was Taking Back Sunday, way too much alcohol, pizza, waiting for Gears of War to install because there was like the whole nation trying to install at the same time. So it was like 4 a.m. before you even got to play the game. I saw 5 minutes of gameplay and I was like, I'm good. Then, I don't know, I went to work the next day or something probably. That was a good concert.
Yeah.
No, I didn't see the concert. That was a good time.
You can see the concert, get too drunk,
No, he wasn't a Taking Back Sunday guy.
Yeah, I was there for the alcohol.
and the camaraderie.
Yeah.
It's like a Final Fantasy 15, man. It's- Everybody get in the car, let's go. Come on, Iggy. No.
It was a good. I liked it. It was a good road trip. I'm not a big fan of Taking Back Sunday music.
We are on like the craziest tangent right now.
No,
We're just running clocks down.
yeah, we're at the end of the show. We should have wrapped up a while ago, but whatever. Tangents are cool. We got a Coheed concert coming up.
Georgia,
Oh,
remember we got your ticket last night.
know.
It's gonna be hype. I think we need to like
Get me
divert
when I'm
the
drunk.
show. Like we need to have another show for when we just sit here and do this.
Yeah.
Because like we done went from games to now we're talking about Coheed. You want me to talk about Coheed? Because
Oh, God,
I will
no.
talk about
No, we
Coheed.
were supposed to end like 5 minutes ago. We can't go on that rabbit hole. But as far as I know, Jesse, it's going to be me, you, Roger, and Kendrick. Hopefully, have you talked to Kendrick? Is that-
He's got to go. He has a ticket.
Yeah, but we kind of held a gun to his head about that. We had held a gun to your head about that. He was like, Jesse, you're here. We're going to buy you a ticket. For, like, no reason. For this band that you don't know. Like,
Oh, you're gonna know him.
it's going to be great.
Album front to back.
It's going to be a good road trip. Atlanta's like 5 hours? 6
5.5.
hours?
It'll be something.
Yeah.
We definitely need to stay in a hotel.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
while we're down there. Just to sleep off the...
Yeah, we're gonna be drinking. It's gonna be hype. It's gonna be hype as shit.
All right, well, I guess that's it. I think that wraps up the third episode.
I guess so.
All right, well, we talked a lot today. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Stay tuned for more
Barely
episodes.
average content.
Barely average content.